Hello everybody, Andy here again. Well, this is a response to a video by Anakin1814 Gary. Did a video a couple of days ago. It was a response to my video, It's Your Channel, and he was talking about online identities and so who are you? Are you the same person here on YouTube as you are in real life? Do we show only one side of our sort of personality here? And he did actually mention me in this video, and some of the comments have mentioned myself and Gary as being sort of similar characters, and talking by messages and comments, etc. We do seem to be on the same sort of wavelength, but I'm like Gary as well. I probably project a certain type of personality here on YouTube, which maybe is different to real life. I actually did a video some time ago called Are You a Secret YouTuber? And I may well actually post that as a response as well, because it does cover that sort of subject and some of the things about it and why maybe we are a different person here on YouTube to what we are in the real life. But from a personal point of view, am I different? In some ways, yes, I am. I do only tend to do certain things here on YouTube, but for me it's an outlet. It's a way of maybe putting points of view out there, discussing things with like-minded people across the world that I might not be able to do elsewhere. You've subscribed to people here on YouTube, and people subscribe to you because they are on that sort of wavelength, similar sort of views and things like that, and that's why you get on with them. That's why we like watching people and we consider them friends. They would, if they were in the same town, in the same street, or at work with you, they would be colleagues, they would be friends, wouldn't they? But unfortunately we can't get all of those people in the town. It'd be great if we could have a YouTube town, isn't it, and we could all get together and we could live amongst each other, and that'd be great. We could have a great philosophical debates and things like that, sit in coffee bars and pubs and this yeah, that'd be, we wouldn't get any work done, would we? But that isn't the reality. We are where we are, so we have to do it in a different way. For myself, as I said, you know the sort of type of videos I do. If you watch my videos, I try sort of put out topics there, but it's things that I think about. It's me. They are sort of topics that I think about in my life, in my day. I sort of daydream about these things, whether I'm a bit strange in that way or not. I sort of sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and you start thinking about these sort of topics, and they sort of go round and round in your head and they keep you awake, and you're scribbling notes and things like that down. But it's enabled me to show a side of myself that a lot of other people don't see. People who maybe don't watch my videos would be quite amazed to know that I did this type of thing, that I sat here talking to a camera, talking to myself effectively, but also potentially talking to people right across the world. And having had a sort of a featured video as well, I was quite expecting someone to sort of turn up at work and say, oh, I saw you on the internet, I didn't know you do that. No one actually has, as it happened, but you do wonder if that sort of thing's would happen. We talk to people, I suppose we only let a certain amount of ourselves out. We're very careful about what we say to certain people, even friends to a degree. We only sort of tend to show what we think that they will accept, and that's what it's like here on YouTube. I have very sort of personal views about just about any subject you can tend to think of, whether it be political or whatever. I'm sure you're exactly the same, and some of my opinions are quite strong and fairly radical at times as well. But when and I've been tempted to sort of put some of them out there. I have made more political videos, but on sort of general subjects. I had a comment about this the other day actually. I tend to do it in a more general way and try and have a rounded argument, shall we say, a rounded conversation, because I don't particularly want to be controversial. I don't want to sort of provoke hate comments and things like that. I don't think my views are extreme in any way at all, and I'm not sure that they would get that sort of reaction, but there are always people out there, aren't there, and we're always a bit wary about that type of thing. I have no interest in being controversial. I just want to put my thoughts out there as they are, but as I said, maybe that's one reason that we only do show a side of ourselves. As for the sort of the more light-hearted side of our personalities, I like a laugh and a joke as much as anyone else, and I'm generally a pretty cheerful person, I think, but maybe I don't come across that way sometimes. I never really had comments to say that I'm miserable or anything like that. In fact, quite the opposite most of the time. But you do wonder sometimes if, as Gary said, you are only showing one side of yourself, and as he said, if you meet people outside, they might think that you're, oh yeah, you think he might be just sort of sitting in a corner reading a book and sort of talking philosophical comments, and they're not interested in having a laugh and a joke and a beer and all this sort of stuff. Believe me, I'm quite happy to do that sort of thing as well. But that's the way we are. We only do certain things, but as my video "It's Your Channel" said, try different things. As I said before, I've tried a couple of things recently in responses, and that's got me interested in maybe doing something a bit different. But you need the inspiration, don't you? Maybe my best way of doing things is the vlogging. Maybe that's what we do. We do what we do best. Hopefully what we do best anyway. So that's a good video, Gary. I'll be interested to know what anyone else has said. I said I think I will post that other video as well, because it shows a different aspect to the argument. But I think we do show different personalities, but we get to know each other on here as well, which is why when people do meet up, not that I have done, but when people do meet up, they do tend to get on. We do see people on here, as I said before, that we'd like to consider friends, and we think that we could get to know even better given the opportunity. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.